Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, regarding Gachagwa and his spouse, Dorcas Gachagwa, are out of the country to Germany. If you check on his Facebook, he promised Kenyans to go and negotiate on their behalf about their coffee and their tea in Germany. And I think he's yet to make his way back to this country. But if you check on the kind of trips that Ruto government is doing, ile yenye Ruto mwenyewe amekuwa akienda, ile yenye Mudavadi amekuwa akienda, ile yenye Gachagwa anakuwa akienda, you put them together, they are numerous. Of course, for William Ruto himself, he just made the 40th trip wakati alikuwa anaelekea Congo. But with all those trips, we have not yet had any positive thing in our economy. Nothing good for the country up to now. Instead, we are just seeing debts and bloating expenditure in Kenya Kwanza. So we have one man, after watching what Gachagwa is doing in Germany on the street, one man, Wahome Thuku, is here exposing Rigathi Gachagwa and asking serious questions about Gachagwa's tour to Germany. What value does that tour add to Kenyans? Because this is a man who is spending taxpayers' money. When they go out, they never spend their single cent, including even their shopping and what they are dressing. It is our money. And this is what Wahome Thuku is saying here. There are two photos he shared, and you can see Gachagwa on the street together with his wife, at some point with his friends. This is what Wahome Thuku is saying. We can't continue financing tourists for trips to Europe and Asia in the guise of looking for coffee markets. Is now a cliche to eat our money. Our children are about to drop out of schools because government can't pay its subsidies, but it can be for a couple to spend a week in Belgium and Germany touring factories and warehouses and meeting their village mate. Unacceptable. You just check on those photos, you would see exactly what is going on there. That's Gachagwa and the wife. Then he went further to share a post that was done by Gachagwa. And this is what Gachagwa wrote. That's 5 days ago. Tonight, accompanied by my spouse, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, I have left the country for an official visit to Belgium and Germany. In Brussels, Germany, I will represent President William Samoei Ruto at the Global Gateway Forum hosted by the European Commission. I will also hold talks with leading coffee and tea buyers and marketers as we seek to expand the global market for our farmers. In Germany, I will further hold discussion with the leading coffee buyers to explore ways of cooperation in the rivalry of the sub-sector. This is a man who promised to help coffee and tea farmers so that they can realize profit in their production. Remember, the same man who said that Uhuru Kenyatta and his allies are cartels in the coffee and the tea industry. Up to now, he has never offered a solution. Instead, in this government, what we saw was that the amount they were giving for a kilo, of course, it was reduced. So they keep on promising. They are buying our patience. This is what he's saying here. as I finish, we remain focused and determined to deliver on our promises to dignify smallholder farmers on coffee, tea, and milk subsectors for the good of our beloved nation. Hashtag delivering the plan. Which plan? What Wahome Thuku is telling us here is very simple. You can see Gachagwa on the street, and this is a behavior he has always done. When he was somewhere else, was it where? Any country will get out to. You will see Gachagwa on the street, in the company of his friends. Kama ameenda na bibi yake watakuwa hapo, and they will be joking. So, today we have a Kenyan tourist in Germany, but not a state officer representing the interest of Kenyans in Germany at expense of using taxpayers' money. Sasa hapo ninatuuma sababu ametumia ushuru wetu to go there. And at the end of the day, there is no any value coffee and tea farmers are going to realize. It will continue to be promise after promise. That's why Wahome Thuku is saying that this is just a clash, because it lacks the origin of thoughts. Is actually a betrayal. These people are betraying us. They have lacked what to do in this country when they are in power. And because they do not have any plan, this is what we are seeing. Mtu metoka tu. Ata, there is something is also saying about William Ruto now, in comparison to what Gachagwa is doing. And of course, you need to do your comparison to what Mudavadi has been doing once they get out of the country. Gachagwa ndio mtu ajabu kabisa. When William Ruto flew out at night on Friday to Brazzaville, Congo, on his 40th trip abroad, we were told clearly he had gone to attend the summit of the three basin of biodiversity, ecosystem, and tropical forests. Very clear. Any other meeting there are on the sideline of the summit. What exactly did this deputy go to do in Germany? That is the accountability that Kenyans want. Our children are being kicked out of schools because the government can't pay its share, but it can pay for a couple to go and do yoga in Germany. By the way, 2024 is going to mark an end of free education, especially high school education, because primary is cheap. The other time we were analyzing what principals are suggesting. Remember, education was subsidized. If you are taking your kid to a national school, there's an amount you would pay, but the government was paying 24,400. You take to county school or county, is it sub-county? No, on county school or division at that level. Still, the government was paying 24,000. Now, if we are taking to each local schools, is a kawaida hapo chini, day school, that means the government was paying full. The only thing the parents were paying, it was only lunch. Now, in day schools, principals are suggesting that parents should start now paying 5,500 shillings. Subsidy imeenda wapi? So, when Gachagwa is making movement here and there, jogging, flying, using our money, when he is becoming a tourist in Germany and elsewhere, students don't have school fees. Poor parents, because kabla upeleka mtoto day school, it means you can't afford boarding. Now they're being forced to pay. Watatoa wapi pesa? Lakini pesa ya ushuru inatumika hapa. Watu wamekuwa tourists, they are spending on things that does not add any value to our economy. So while Gachagwa is jogging in Germany and elsewhere, our students are lacking school fees. We don't have proper learning institution also even. And wangalie the state of classrooms in some schools. You would think everything is good in Kenya, but we have children who are still learning under the tree. We have mud classes. Kuna wengine, the state of structure in school is dilapidating. But this is how they are spending the taxpayers' money. That's why Wahome Thuku is mad and angry at Gachagwa. Go and check the state of our hospitals. We can't afford, it's expensive. There is no medicine in hospitals. But this is how they are spending money. So we are going to wait and see. And na hata ni kwa nini tungoje? Inasema they are talking about the return for our coffee and the tea. Anyway, he talk about Mount Kenya. I don't know about those who are in Rift Valley, wale wenye wako Western na wanafanya ukulima wa kahawa na majani. Mtaambia nani? Gachagwa now is speaking for Mount Kenya. But the fact still remains that he's delivering nothing. He's just making noise. And this is the sad state of Kenya Kwanza government.